behind the camera. It says testing YouTube bandwidth. Let's see if it, okay. So it looks like we're live, okay? I'm going around front here. All right. So this is a YouTube live broadcast. I'm testing using WireCast Go on my iPhone 6s Plus, and I can't show you the setup, but I'll walk you through the setup. What I have is I have an Ethernet cable running from my router over yonder, and it's going up, and it's plugging into a USB to Ethernet adapter. That's an actual Apple adapter. That adapter is plugging into the Apple camera kit adapter, which is a Lightning to USB that also has a Lightning port on it. And that's critical. You need that to power the whole thing. Because when you plug all this in, when you plug in the camera adapter, and then you plug in the USB to Ethernet adapter, it will gig you and say there's not enough power to run this device. So when you plug the Lightning into the camera kit adapter that has a Lightning plug on it right next to the USB plug, that powers it. And right now what I'm doing, the way I'm powering it, is I've got one of those like portable power bricks that's got a battery in it that has USB plugs on it. And I've got a Lightning, USB to Lightning cable plugged into that, so I can charge this wirelessly and power it wirelessly, if you will. Excuse me. Then, of course, I cannot use my Lightning-powered microphones, so I'm using my homemade, and I've got a review on this, my homemade ENG microphone that is basically just a lavalier mic that comes with, I think, an 8-foot cable, 8 or 9 foot, and that plugs right into the headphone port on the iPhone 6s Plus. Yes, it does still have an iPhone port. It's not an iPhone 7. iPhone 7, I guess you'll have to use one of those breakout plugs and so on and whatever. So hopefully somebody will make a dongle that'll have all the ports that you need, even the USB to Lightning, so we wouldn't have to do that to Ethernet. So if we could have the Ethernet built into the, like this camera adapter, if they came out with one that just had all the ports, including another microphone port. See, I can't plug in a Lightning device to this because I'm using that Lightning plug to power the Ethernet. So, sounds a little kludgy, but the end result is we should be getting the best quality we can possibly get with an iPhone using WireCast Go, because I've got a good solid connection to the internet using this Ethernet cable. So we shouldn't have any of those kinds of issues. As far as lighting goes, I've got a light panel right here, and I've got a light panel right here, and they're not light panel branded, but I've got reviews on these on my channel. These have 600 lights. They're bicolor. I've got them turned up all the way, and I have a diffuser on both of them, and I'm not seeing too many shadows. I'm looking in the mirror here now. Let me know, comment in the comments what you think about the shadows and the lighting, because I don't really want to have to carry around more than 2 lights. It's hard enough to carry the light stands. And by the way, I don't use light stands with these. I actually use microphone stands that I've converted to Arca Swiss. You just take a little mic to 3/8 and then put an Arca Swiss receiver on there. And I've got videos on my channel of all of this. And that way you're carrying something that in my opinion is more compact, easier to set up, easier to deal with than a typical light stand, and doesn't have quite the footprint of a light stand, especially if you use the microphone stand with the metal base, which this one over here has the metal base, which, you know, that's only yay big. So your footprint is very small on those. The space they take up in a room is relatively small. The light panel itself is about, I'd say, 14 inches square. And bang for the buck, these were $200 each. And the Yongnuo one that's similar capacity, I think, is like $100. It's like half the price. But these are metal, and I think these step up the quality, and you can spend, thousands of dollars on each light if you want to, if you buy, I guess, the actual light panel branded one. But I think for the money, for the quality of the light and the quantity of the light, I think these are a good mix. And again, here on my YouTube channel, I have a detailed review on these lights and how I converted them to Arca Swiss mount and how I'm mounting them. So I think I'll conclude this broadcast, this test. I'm going to do another test later today with the Mevo camera, and I use that to stream to Facebook live streaming. And I'm going to try to do a test with everything wired with the Mevo. I got the Mevo Boost coming, and that's coming today. And so I can plug that into Ethernet. And then using this rig I'm currently using right now, I can plug the phone into Ethernet, which the phone controls the camera. And hopefully I can get that all set up so that's all operating totally wirelessly. I mean, with wires, not wirelessly. Wired. Because again, depending on the environment you're in, you can get interference, you can get all kinds of things can mess up Wi-Fi. And I found that with the Mevo camera, when you're doing everything over Wi-Fi, it can get dicey as far as the connection from the phone to the camera, and then of course the camera upstream, whether you're using the LTE or you're using connecting to your wireless Wi-Fi, that can get dicey. So I'm going to try it with a totally wired situation and see what we've got. So enough rambling, I guess. Share your comments on all of this, please, in the comments. I may or may not leave this video up. I haven't decided yet, but this is really just a test. But if you do have questions or whatever, if I do leave the video up, put them down below. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, everybody, for watching.